said before that you still had...
You still remember?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Lin.
Could you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, at a glance...
Wait!
Yes, he did. If you drink sin, and if you were to stop as he oversaw...
Bosses uncompromised. Not only that.
Yes, recognizing that the man's name was Jacques that night, but then...
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on...
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue... Precisely. It's up, but, considering it now, you're right.
Jacques was an empath. I think this... On that note, however... Our opponent, even though there is no need...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his Did he think I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake.
Navia!
This is in...
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, but what drove...
What?
And the serial 5 years knowing all of this. But as long as if something were to happen...
Right!
As we've seen, bosses...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared...
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard. Especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as...
So he chose...
I'm afraid you're not understanding that if Bosses... I'm sure...
No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it? Yeah. I suppose, but thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Malus, what was the key?
It's the location when he was threatened. But if you want...
Why? If we know...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting again. There's no telling, but a single... The worst case...
Then...
Well, you saw...
But things are...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought...
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of...
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me when I announced if the vendor, after several rounds of the first...
Huh?
Yes, thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guilt in the beginning that...
So, they're...
Yes, it's...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. Although the guards, since Thierry is always in the...
I see. To think that the...
If you want to invest...
Of course.
You're too kind, and before I forget, proving Bob after that incident, Jacques, if it might help.
Oh, thank you so much.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together.
Settled.
Thank you for arranging it. Excuse me, miss.
Oh. Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at...
I'm sorry. But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand.
I didn't know how... I know. Oh, I'm sorry. On the matter of... Would you mind sharing it with me? I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless, he had many regrets. So when Mr. He tried to be as... They found out...
Papa didn't say...
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Cal, even if he...
But Mama, Papa always...
Well...
Yeah.
Then you should hold on, regardless of...
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is... You really think that's...
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and
boss. How may I be of assistance?
I'm sure you've heard about
Yeah, I've heard.
it also. After my partner, can you do me a favor?
After that, my first reaction, but when I got...
So you also
Indeed. Reason being, but according to... About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think they're...
At least from our the gun he was holding.
Yeah, that makes... But hold on. He didn't even want... Did he lose all...
About that, I'll tell you everything.
I understand. And if I may just... Many people have... But it was Mr. Cap, no matter what other...
Don't worry. You and all are...
Intel is just like futures. You gotta invest a lot before you can start. What's the hurry?
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
are you sure there isn't?
I mean, callous to defend. It would be next to him. Anyway.
Ah, yes. What happened at the...
If you want to go through...
That'd be much
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, you see, so... if you...
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make... If you try to make removing a cereal, so I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, jokes aside, I'll be staying in this...
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Sure.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as...
Oh, it's all right, Uncle. I just wanted to talk...
Yes,
Oh, you...
that's right. I also witnessed to beat the Hydro...
Oh, I'm not...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is.
Uncle Marcel...
Yes,
Exactly.
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Aranius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also, if not for the vigilant...
Oh, you can...
Alas. But rest assured, if anyone dares to lay their...
Thank you, Uncle. Do you have any new thoughts?
The confrery was... Then I heard the sound of...
Oh, it's okay.
Sounds good. All my wealth comes from...
What's the hurry?
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right.
According to Jacques'
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his... Makes sense. Besides Jacques, it's obvious that
Do you think he...
given everything that's happened, but who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him, and they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his... Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah, if the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy.
Florent? But... Espina...
So you're saying he's too broke?
Exactly. He can't... Who could it be? You know, if you think...
Could we be missing others?
The suspect isn't... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and spec...
Yes, we need far...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking...
Huh?
Yeah, news came from Aaron...
Wasn't that place built...
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui Harbin...
What?
Yeah!
Well...
Wait, how?
That's what I thought was if the charge...
Right.
Yeah.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is... You're right. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence.
We'll help you!
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver.
We heard. It's our hope.
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Aranias, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. That leads to the synth production. Your Navi is probably...
It would appear that I must... Do you accept the...
To be perfectly honest, however, I did hear... In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I've got to admit, when I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back...
Hey! Don't you understand?
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon. Then why don't you duel me too?
Alas, it would have... In that case...
That case had nothing to do... Huh? What's going...
What?
I told you.
Miss Navia, this is the... But that was an exception.
Oh, please. We can put that discussion aside for now. And if my charge...
Oh. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else...
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
That person...
I've
heard of them.
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind. And if the charge.
Yes.
In that case, I declare members of the guard. Mr. Marcel.
Apology. I think an attorney.
Very well.
I would like to take it only through elusive.
Navia, come on. If that's enough to make.
Exactly correct, Your Honor.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, during the banquet, when the guests arrived at the scene, the guard's investigation did not. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion. Callus was defeated by These are the known facts.
After that, however. The testimony of the. However, unfortunately. This assassin. A pile of clothes, but now, since it. Realizing this, the true culprit. What happened? Wait, your
What a great theory.
Mr. Marcel.
But I.
Then, may I ask some questions? One.
Boo! I may not have the. We should be able to. Considering the
That makes sense to me.
Why do I.
Maybe she's scared. Alternatively.
My second question has to do with the. Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had.
I've thought about this too. The dissolving power. My father could have exposed at that time what was certain.
Boss once told me.
What? If the secret had gotten. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter. But what good would that do? How had this opera happened? By staying silent, I was able to be. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge.
So.
That's right.
Do you have any.
Of course. All you need. I don't need your apology, but since he entrusts.
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number in my line of work. Just one look, I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus.
Since that's your testimony,
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your
Right? What she said was fast.
Wait, weren't they just talking about this?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are in my father's case, the culprit intended, and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of The culprit could only time their actions so precise, coincidentally.
So that's why I'm used to it, though.
No need to appeal.
I won't try to. On top of that, does a person have to be physically. I know that even, alas, who won't feel at least a little. But if I were to dismiss, do you know what?
I suppose.
It's timing. I'm a businessman by. In addition, I left my. But the.
I do apologize.
No.
Is there anything? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease?
Seems like she.
At this rate.
I think you've done it, but aren't you going? He wished for you to be. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong.
This isn't just about me. The biggest difference, the people whose many people's image and whose is it a man? Oh. I was.
Freeze!
Be amazed! Let's light it up!
Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Dodge this! Freeze! Cool it!
Zip on up!
Don't get frostbite! Dodge this!
Steady as stone.
Cool it! Dodge this! Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Surprise!
Cool it!
Let's light it up!
Dodge this!
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
What's the hurry?
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
freeze.
Cue the spotlight! Zip on up!
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze.
Let's light it up!
Dodge this.
Leave it all to me.
Cool it.
As a dutiful maid would. I must leave no stone.
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Let's light it up!
Freeze. I'm getting tired of this game. Cool it.
I'm going in!
Dodge this.
Steady as stone.
Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Surprise!
Freeze.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Be amazed!
Dodge this.
Let's light it up!
Cool it. Don't get frostbite. Don't push your luck.
Steady as stone.
Freeze. Cool it. Freeze. Cool it.
Let's light it up!
Oh, so sorry.
Over here!
Freeze. Don't push your luck.
As a good night should.
Dodge this.
Let's light it up!
Cool it. Freeze. Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Let's light it up! Zip on up!
Cool it.
What's the hurry? Dodge this!
Let the magic begin! Surprise!
Freeze!
Everybody stand back!
Cool it! Don't push your luck! Freeze! This one will be frozen in time.
Let's light it up!
Dodge this!
Trip on up!
Freeze! What's the hurry? Dodge this!
I must leave no stone.
Don't get frostbite. Push your luck. Freeze!
Surprise! Steady as stone.
Dodge this! Cool it!
Time to clean up. Cue the spotlight.
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Don't push your luck.
I'm going in.
Dodge this! Cool it! Push your luck.
Let's light it up. Over here. Leave it all to me.
Dodge this! Freeze! Dodge this! Cool it!
Steady as stone. Surprise!
Freeze! Don't get frostbite! Dodge this! Cool it! Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Over here.
Cool it!
Let's light it up. Leave it all to me.
Dodge this! Cool it!
That's going back in the wall.
Freeze! Cool it! Don't get frostbite!
Be amazed!
Freeze!
Everybody stand back!
no stone on...
Freeze!
Surprise!
Dodge this!
Stefana!
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
As a good night should. Leave it all to me.
Surprise! Let's light it up!
Freeze! Cool it!
I must leave no...
Dodge this!
After all, though, as expected, the mastermind isn't he. Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all this. If you dilute a paimon, will take... Callus, Navia's father. Oh, this should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have the old dogs. He can act when I concur. Let's send some... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. What's all that? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... Huh? You mean the girls from... And all the boxes of things. These things... Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the water. Mixing in progress. Ready? Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep! What's this over here? Looks like some kind of plate experiment. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So, wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... so that's it! No, that's not it either! If that's the... in any case... We've looked at almost every... Yeah! We haven't found anything that would... No wonder even Nervalet... That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the... Sure thing!
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named... Oh. I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalet. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After after your lover. You even created Marcel as a new identity. And
So that's it. Even the villain. And with that, this information. Well, Marcel, you fixated your gaze. So you.
You also never
For our determination,
You're
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would.
Do you think? Pay attention to you. What for? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no way Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! You only have yourselves to blame. Vinnier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, but I'm not from this blasted place.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Do you all see? I did all of that. I spent my...
The suspect is
Don't touch me! Vinnier, please!
At this point, the
Fine by me.
Traveler. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover, During an underwater expedition, Vinnier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap to cover his tracks. During the course of his research, Vache discovered, however, as he accumulated wealth to fund his after exchanging, although the assassin and just recent, however, his attempt to thus conclude the oratrice will. According to the judgment of the oratrice guilty.
Guards! Take.
Good. It's what?
With that...
We really just...
Yippee! Wait, he's heard so many... Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolute.
A day our late boss.
Yeah. See, Papa?
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now?
According to court
Oh, come on.
Please respect the law.
All right.
Through evidence presented in the guilty party has been... We now turn... According to the guilty...
What?
Hey! That's not funny! What's with this verdict?
Huh?
I mean, have you...
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict.
The judgment of the guards...
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Nouvelette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, You should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
I don't...
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has...
Yeah, so are the...
My dear, don't tell me.
But the way she looked just...
However, if you thought child had nothing to do with everything he's all shall be... Now, having said that...
So she chose to...
So you're saying...
She probably just... However, please be...
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday.
Wow! Where did that come from? Off we go!
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you...
Stop resisting!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Va? I erased all records of that name. So...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the trap...
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants?
This request, is it worth as much to you as...
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live? Very well. I will grant...
Your Honor,
I will go with him.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands.
Thank you. Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah.
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it.
Vinier, it's me!
Vache?
I'm here!
Hey, wait!
Vinier, is that you?
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look... You look a lot older than I remember.
It's been More than 20 years. I've suffered for over all this time. I must be... Vignere, you are my everything. I really don't know how...
But Vache, if not for you, it's all because... You're right. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our thoughts, sir. I'm Cressy, the only one.
Why?
She doesn't want... This is what you get. But did you ever... You are the only thing. From the moment you're...
No!
You still don't But on top of that, she said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no... Vache. Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Huh. Well met, partner.
Even this weather.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey!
Oh. It's just everyone from Spina this time, though.
It's been the dip.
That... Oh, by the way... well...
Huh?
Yeah. Wait, I believe the store... To be fair, though, she was trying to leave...
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I told... Oh, and...
Oh, are you...
It was thanks to her, though.
Oh, that's...
Anyway, no... Actually...
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my... And on top of that...
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want...
Sure thing.
And in that case...
Yeah, you're right.
Huh?
Hmm?
Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Not...
My apologies.
Don't say...
Sorry about...
Oh, I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but...
In that case...
In any case...
There was once a time when I didn't want... Oh, which is also why I believed. But Mr. Callis proved... If not for his... Mr. Callis made... And in the end, a justice that's... So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say this regret is that high and mighty chair in the opera Epicles indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your...
So, you're...
Sorry about that.
Didn't...
so let's not disturb... Paimon's never paid respects. Huh? Oh no. Paimon... Anyway, Nervalette is still standing...
Oh, it's you two.
We ran...
I see. Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it... My apologies. However, for many years, as a divinely... Not only can it produce... Which is all to say, I was not aware. In any case, based on Farina, while we do intend... If we did in...
If you ask Paimon...
Is there anything... Your sibling, if she ever stepped... Is there any...
So...
Truthfully, that name... There used to be a special sea, most of Tevat's... But today, what Vache discovered must have been some... Indeed. Why would the... To be frank, is there anything... That the sea levels... Does that appropriate...
That's right!
Yes, up to the... Rumors have it that...
A prophecy?
2 parts of the prophet... Speaking of the... If the rumors were true...
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquil...
You really are...
Crime and villainy do not have the day off.
Alright. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all.